Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I'm going over the Week 9 defenses to stream. These are all 4 defenses I think you guys can find on your waiver wire and slot into your lineup this week. These are all, in my opinion, top 12 defenses for this week. Now, before I get into the video, I'd like to give you guys a word from my sponsor, OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is the brand new start sit format and my favorite way to play daily fantasy football. Now, they have gotten rid of what it was the single entry GPP. You can only enter one time into these contests. Now you can enter up to 10 times to obviously boost your odds to win. Now, you might be wondering, why is this going to be worth it for me? Because this is a progressive bonus type of deal. And what the progressive bonus means is every single week, when no one hits the 12-0 record, it keeps adding more and more money. In this $22 one, it is, if you go 12-0, you get the beautiful stars to align. You get $6,740. Obviously, if you go up to the higher paid ones, the progressive bonus is over $27,000. If you're in the top 10% of the entries, you get 9 times the buy-in. So that's just amazing right there, and it's pretty easy to do. You got to make 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks, and I'll show you pretty much how you make these picks. Do you think Aaron Rodgers, for example, will do better than Russell Wilson? Aaron Rodgers playing the LA Chargers, Russell Wilson playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All you got to do is select one of those players, and then you do that 11 more times. There are so many matchups on the screen that you can even do any of these as long as you do 12 of them plus the 3 alternate picks, and then like I said, if you hit that beautiful 12-0, you get that amazing progressive bonus. So make sure you guys check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description is a great time. Come join me. We're going to have some fun this week on Overlay DFS. And we are back. Make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description there. Why this channel keeps on chugging and keeps on going every single day with constant videos. So let's get into those Week 9 defenses to stream. My first defense here is the Seattle Seahawks, my number 1 defense to stream this week, versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 39% ownership on NFL.com. Now, they are playing up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So you know what that means. They get a hefty case of Mr. Famous Jameis Winston, the W Eaters. The only thing Jameis loves more than eating W's is throwing that juicy INT. He's thrown 14 touchdowns this season to 12 INTs. That is not the greatest ratio. Now, Tampa Bay gives up the 5th most points to defenses this year, so obviously that just solidifies that stat even more. Now, Seattle also has a solid defense already. Their defense has looked good thus far this season, so I would be pretty comfortable starting them this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they would be my number 1 look for the waiver wire when you're looking for a defense this week. The next defense to talk about here is the Buffalo Bills going up against the Washington Redskins. 51.7% ownership on NFL.com. Now, obviously, they're playing up against Washington, and you know what that means. That is going to be a easy game to be getting picks, fumbles. I don't even know what other things you could be getting. 1,000 sacks is probably what's going to happen, because who the fuck is Washington's quarterback this week? Is it Case Keenum? Is it Dwayne Haskins? Obviously, if you want the Bills defense, you're going to hope it's Dwayne Haskins, because Dwayne Haskins has looked like a garbage can. Dwayne Haskins, the dark garbage can man, has looked terrible. Colt McCoy, god awful. That man might be 9,000 years old. I don't even know how he's still in the game. So who's their fucking quarterback? It doesn't matter. The Buffalo Bills defense will get to that quarterback. Washington gives up the 3rd most points to defenses this year, which is going to be amazing for Buffalo this week. That is already a good and proven defense. Now, they played great all year, aside from last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, week 1 against the New York Football Jets, 16 points allowed. Week 2 against the Giants, 14 points allowed. Week 3 against the Cincinnati Bungles, 17 points allowed. Week 4 against the New England Deflatriots, 16 points allowed. Week 5 against the Tennessee Titans and Ryan Tannehill, 7 points allowed. Actually, that was Marcus Mariota. Week 7 against the Miami Dolphins, 21 points allowed. And Week 8 against the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously was that 31 spot put up by Carson Wentz. I still love not the Philadelphia defense, the Buffalo Bills defense in this game. They are my 2nd best pickup in the video. Obviously, it's ranked from 1, Seattle. This is 2, and the next team will be number 3, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. I may have spoiled it on accident a bit, going up against the Chicago Bears. 50% ownership on NFL.com. Now, the Bears offense looks like a dumpster fire. Mitchell Trubisky looks terrible. Matt Nagy is a fucking clown for not for trying to kick a field goal, and they didn't even put it on the correct hash. Pinheiro wanted it on some different fucking spot, and he said he wasn't comfortable kicking it from there. How the fuck does Matt Nagy not know this? This team is a dumpster fire. Matt Nagy might get his ass fired. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles have a good run defense, so they're going to be able to stop David Montgomery. They seem to feed David Montgomery last week. I don't think that's going to work this week against the Eagles. Now, they're going to be forcing Mitch to pass in this game. You know what that means? A boatload of interceptions. Mitch Trubisky has looked terrible thus far this year, so I think that the Eagles are going to force him to throw the ball. You're going to be getting those juicy INTs for fantasy. Chicago gives up the 14th most points to defenses in fantasy football, so obviously they're a middle-of-the-pack team, but their offense has tended to look a lot worse the last couple of weeks. So I think that the 14th most points, it may be more like the 10th or 9th most points the last couple of weeks. Final defense to add here is the New York Football Jets going up against the Miami Dolphins. 5.8% ownership on NFL.com. Now, you know one thing about the Miami Dolphins, and that is that their offense is terrible. Ryan Fitzpatrick looked pretty shit at the end of the game because they're trying to lose. It seems very evident that they don't give a fuck about winning the game. They're playing a team that is not even trying to fucking win. So it should be very easy for the Jets to get these picks, obviously, get these interceptions, get these fucking sacks, get everything, because the Dolphins just want to lose. Miami gives up the second most points to defenses, which obviously is going to make the Jets' defense look even better. Week 6 against Washington, 10 points for their defense. Week 7 for Buffalo, Buffalo's defense scored 11 points. And Week 8, the Steelers' defense scored 13 points. So I think that the Jets' defense will obviously be around there, which is definitely a great stream for this week. And the Jets' defense, when healthy, actually has looked pretty good. Jamal Adams obviously didn't get his ass shipped off, so I think that the Jets defense will be able to perform this week against the Miami Dolphins. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Have a great rest of your goddamn day, because I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to check out overlaydfs.com, link down below in the description. Goodbye.